Hi, this is my unboxing video because everybody's been asking me how I've been doing my miniature projects. And of course, you've probably seen my first miniature project, which was doing the studio library, which is this one here. And you can see these even have working lights in them, and the little books are very cool because you can open them up and actually look at the little pages inside of them. And I have the greenhouse one that I just finished, which is this one here, again with a little working light system. You can see all the detail that goes into these, which is pretty fun and really interesting to do. Now, these are not for the faint of heart. They do take hours to complete, like 30, 40, maybe 80, depending on how much time you have and how specific you are about it, but they are a lot of fun. So I promised I would send a video showing my latest one that I'm about to do and how I do them. So this is the kit that I get started with. This is by a company called Robotime.com, and you can order them right off of Amazon. I'll put a link on there. And when you get the kit, it's a suggestion, it's a guidance, and you can be either as exacting or as flexible and creative as you want to be, but it's a great way to get started on these and kind of learn how they work. So when you get the box, what you're going to find is inside of it, you have all the information and pieces that you need in order to make your own miniatures. Now it says it's do-it-yourself, and it really is. I mean, this gives you guidance, but they don't make it easy on you. You take it step by step. And so in the booklets, what you can see they do is they're going to guide you step by step through everything you need to do in order to create all the pieces. And there's pages and pages and pages of instructions. Some stuff takes 4 or 5 minutes to do. Other things can take 4 or 5 hours, depending on how complicated the process is. And the other thing you have is lots of bags of all the supplies you'll need. And I have to say, I'm impressed because never have I had not having a piece that was supposed to be there, and considering the hundreds and hundreds of pieces that come in one of these bags, the fact that they don't miss anything is pretty incredible to me. Now, a lot of what you get is paper, and there's a lot of cutting that goes on. So all of these items, some of which, as you can see, are incredibly small, have to be cut out exactly. They're going to be folded into things. Like this is going to make a plant. This will be a plant as well. This looks like the floor of the project that I'm going to be working on. Again, more things to be cut out. Really tiny, small things. The biggest item in most of these kits that I make is maybe 4 or 5 inches tall, and some of the stuff is in 3 or 4 millimeter measurements. So you're going to match up all the wooden pieces you get to these grids to make sure that you have what you need before you start a project, regardless of what it is. And then you're going to go from that. Now they give you pretty much everything you need. You really need a pair of really good, really sharp, small scissors. I'd say an X-Acto knife is great as well. But the glue, the paint, everything else is included. For those light fixtures that you make, they do send you the fixtures, the pieces to connect them to. Again, you're actually going to wire this up. They send you the bulb, but they do not. It's not ready-made. You really have to do this yourself, and some of it takes some time and some practice. I'm getting better because some of the things seem to repeat themselves, but I am learning that if you read through your booklet that has your instructions in it when you first get it, it really kind of tells you how you're going to want to set things up. And I really recommend going through the whole thing, getting a feel for how the project's going to lay out, and then starting with the pieces that make the most sense to you as the beginning point. I found that in general, the way they go through this is they kind of give you the easiest thing first, and you start to learn how to do stuff as you go. And so when you get to more complicated stuff, by then you've kind of figured it out, and you go, oh, right, that's going to be the same as I did for this one, or you know, you've got the connections or pieces that are going to go with them. Again, all of the stuff is made with either very small pieces of wood that are included in the kit, or paper, or other materials that they include for you. So you really don't have to come up with much on your own, though you can be as creative as you want to be, and when it comes to putting the final piece together, you can create your space however you want it to show up. So that's kind of how this works, and where you start from. And as I begin to go through this, I'll kind of do a couple more videos showing you me putting some of the pieces together. Some of the ones that are a little more complicated that I wish I had seen a video about before I started on them. And hopefully that'll work for you if you decide to do this as well, because I find it a lot of fun. There's a lot of satisfaction in having one of these finished products available. They're kind of fun conversation pieces. When people come over, they're just like, how did you do that? Nobody believes how incredibly tiny this stuff is. And I have to wear like big magnifying readers to be able to do most of it because you're working on just a minute scale, but it is a lot of fun. And it is doing everything from attaching the little tiny brads here. You're actually gonna cut and bend the wire. So none of this comes pre-made. You really have to do every step on your own, but that's what makes it fun and interesting. All right, thanks.